Hello, my beautiful air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me for this, your mid-January reading. I'm going to be doing 3 separate readings, one for each sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I will put timestamps down in the description for you. Firstly, an apology. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm experiencing technical difficulties with tech. So please excuse the lighting in this video. I will try and do better for the next video. Second piece of housekeeping. These are general readings for all of the Aquarians, all of the Libras, and all of the Geminis out there. So some of what you hear in these videos and in these readings will resonate with some of you. This is not a reading that will resonate with absolutely everyone. Please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Finally, disclaimer. As I mentioned, these are general readings. You have free will. I am not a doctor, a lawyer, or a financial advisor, and as such, anything that you hear in these videos, which may be construed as very specific advice, take it with a grain of salt. You have free will. Please make your own choices. Please be discerning in your choices. Okay, all of that's out of the way. Let's get started with the Geminis. I'm going to be doing, like I said, 3 readings. And each of the readings will consist of 6 cards. First of all, we're going to look at where you are at now. We're going to look at your focus. We're going to look at some difficult influences that are going to be coming in for the last half of January. We will be looking at something that makes sense. We'll be looking at some unexpected influences, and we'll be looking at the overall outcome for the energies for you. All right, Gemini, where are you at now? I am getting called over to this deck. I will pull all 6 cards face down, and then I will turn them over one by one to do your reading. And I will show you each card as I'm reading it as well. All right, Gemini, last half of January 2023, we have 2 cards that have come out for you. Actually, there's 3 cards here. All right. That is where you're at now. Let's have a look at your focus for the remainder of January. Where are we going for your focus? All right. Geminis, where is your focus? What should you be focusing on the last half of January 2023? Okay. I'm not sure if you saw that, but there was definitely a card that came flying out. Where are we going for your difficult influences? Difficult influences, let's see. Something that you need to be made aware of. Okay, we've got that funny card coming up. Oh, there's actually 2. We'll read both of them. All right. What makes sense? This makes sense. What makes sense? Over to here. I know that it takes a couple of minutes to get the cards pulled, but that's one. Are we pulling another card there? Nope. If we need to, we will, of course, afterwards. Let's look at your unexpected influences, Gemini. Unexpected influences for Gemini for last half of January 2023. These cards have been wanting to come out and talk, and then they just want to get mixed, and they don't actually come out with anything. So can we please have a card for Gemini as an unexpected influence last half of January 2023? Okay, you guys might be getting put away. Nope, there it is. Okay. There we go. All right, let's have a look, or let's pull a card for your outcome. I am going to pull that from the fairy deck. This is a relatively new deck to me. Fairies are mischievous little creatures. Let's see if they'll behave. All right. Outcome. for the last half of January for the Geminis? Is there anything else? As you can see, they like to get messy. Okay. We do have a number of cards that have come out. We've got 4 cards that have come out, so we'll read them all. All right, where are you at right now, Geminis? Okay. Geminis, where you're at right now in mid-January 2023, you actually have 2 cards that both represent trees, which is an indication that you are currently feeling really, really grounded. You're feeling good. The sequoia tree does represent balance. You're feeling balanced. You feel like you're in a good place. You've just come through the holidays. You've come through the first 2 weeks of January and gone, hey, I can handle 2023. Also, you've got the diversity card, and I recognize that the camera is picking up a terrible reflection on the cards. There we go. Let's see if we can hold them up there. Like I said, I apologize about the lighting here. So you have the diversity card as well. This is an indication that you may be in the process right now of diversifying some of your friendships. You may be looking into business alternatives, looking into something else. The other card that did come up for you, like I said, there was 3 cards that popped out, is the waterfall card. This is the card of persistence. I am going to try and get it to focus there. There we go. That looks like it's focused. Okay. The waterfall card is the card of persistence for those of you Geminis who have felt like the beginning of 2023 was a little bit rocky for you. This card is indicating that you do have the persistence and perseverance to be able to get through it all. But these 2 cards are indicating that you do need to keep yourself grounded. All right. What is your focus for 2023, January 15th through the 31st? You have the snake. Your focus is going to be shedding old skin, shedding the old way of doing things, and letting go of that which no longer serves you. This is what is recommended as your focus for the last 2 weeks of January. Let go of that old stuff. If you're holding on to that old stuff, Gemini, this is telling you, let it go. It doesn't serve your highest good anymore. Let's have a look at your difficult influences. Okay. Your difficult influences is that you're caught up in your mind right now, Gemini. Okay. This card corresponds to the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot. You're caught up in your mind. You're caught up in your thoughts. You're you're going around and around trying to make a decision on something instead of letting go of the old. The snake sheds its old skin so that it can grow. The only way that a snake can grow is to shed its old skin. And that's why the snake is the representation on this card. This is your focus. And your difficulty in that is being caught up in your mind. But here's the thing. What do we normally recommend when people are all caught up in their mind? We recommend silence. And yet you got this card in your challenge position as well, which is an indication you got a lot going on up here, right? But you were being called to ground yourself some more, okay? If you're being called to ground yourself some more, then where you kind of need to take that is to get into this silence, get out of the mind, get into the silence, which is a great place to be, but it is going to be a little bit more challenging than normal. It's not to say that you can't do that right now, but you do need to get out of your mind and get into some silence. Practice some meditation. Meditation does not involve sitting in the lotus position and going, Om. It doesn't, okay? Find some other way of getting out of the busyness in your mind, get back into the motions, get back into your heart, and get back into silence. What makes sense for you? Yes, choose your path, okay? This is the direction guardian. This again calls you back to being grounded. This calls you back to letting go of that which no longer serves you. The only way that you can find your path is through some silence and getting out of your mind. Okay, that's why this card makes sense with it coming up right now. I do want to say that most of you as Geminis are aware of the changes and shifts that are going to happen in 2023. You are aware that you are going to have to change and shift along with what's happening in 2023, right? Snake coming up, you need to change and shift. And as such, you may be seeking out a new path right now. You may be seeking a different way of doing things, potentially seeking out a new job. I'm not sensing for most of you that this is relationship involved. This is more about your career and your personal life, okay? In the unexpected influence for the last half of January, for the Geminis, we have transformation. This is an awesome card. Fresh new way of living emerges, okay? Like I said, there's a lot of change coming in 2023. It's starting already. It is going to kind of reach its peak in March and April. That was indicated in a lot of the prediction readings that were done for 2023. And as such, it's not unexpected for transformation to begin this early. Okay, so Gemini, you've already got this transformation energy coming in at the end of January, something to keep in mind and prepare yourself for. Okay, leading into your outcome. Okay, you've got the Ace of, okay, it's the Ace of Spring. I keep mixing these up. Ace of Spring corresponds to Wands. Ace of Wands, okay, any of the aces in a traditional tarot deck correspond to new beginnings. It's time to take action. Be fearless. Pursue your most treasured dreams. Not unexpected. If you've got this in your unexpected and this is coming up in your outcome, it's really not kind of unexpected, right, Gemini? What this is saying is that you can expect additional transformation, additional shifts, new beginnings. You've also got the Three of Spring or the Three of Wands coming up. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. See what I mean? You do have to have patience. Things are going to be coming. Right now, you're in the planning stages. You got the Star and you got the Moon. Both of these have positive outcomes. However, what the Moon card is telling you that with all of these transformations, the transformation here in your unexpected, the Ace and the Three of Wands, and the Star coming out, which is also about looking to the future. Oh, we've got that reflection on there. The Star card. The Star card, look to the future with hope and optimism. The power is within you to be able to move mountains. Okay. All good stuff. It's not surprising that you got the Moon. The Moon is about paying attention to your shadows. Okay. Pay attention as all of this good stuff comes in. Watch for your old skin or that which no longer serves you to attempt to creep in, Geminis. Okay. That's just a heads up. That may be why you got the Mind card in your difficult influences, right? Because there is this tendency when we have a lot of good stuff coming in, there is a tendency every once in a while to kind of slip into our shadows, slip into our old skin and go, oh, can I really do this? Yes, you can. These cards are showing that you can, but the Moon is just here to give you the heads up and say, be careful. Make sure that you don't slip back into things, okay? All right. We're going to tuck all of these back in and we're going to start with the Libras. Let me just get all of these tucked back into their respective decks so that we can pull cards for Libra. Okay. Does take me a minute to tuck them all back in. And then we're just going to cleanse and clear the decks. One more card, find room for you. And Libras, let's get started. Let's get started with where you are at right now, Libra. Where do we want to pull a card from? I'm getting pulled over here. Interesting. Okay. Air sign, Libra, last half of January. Where are the Libras at right now? Okay. We do have a couple of cards coming out for you, Libra. What is your focus? What is Libra focusing on for January 15th through the 31st? Focus. What are the Libras focusing on? We've got one card. Yep. Okay. I already know we're going over here for your difficult influences. I saw it come up in my mind's eye as I was pulling your last card. So, Libra. Difficult influences. What is a difficult influence for Libra for the last half of January? Come on. There we go. We got more than one card there. I think we've got three. Okay. Let's have a look at what makes sense. Where are we going for what makes sense? Okay, back over here. Same deck that we just pulled from. What makes sense? We got a card sticking out. Libra. Unexpected influences. Unexpected influences. Okay. We have got just a whole whack of cards that came out. Half the deck. So let's just mix up this smaller bit of the deck and see what unexpected influences come up for Libra for last half of January. Yeah, that card does not want to go back in. All right. Outcome, general overall outcome. Where are we going? Ooh, all over the place. Ground. Outcome. Libra, Libra. All right, how many cards do we have coming out there? Yep, 2. Okay, let's get started. Libra, where are you at right now? Ooh, you are in a place of resurrection. Again, I apologize for the crappy lighting right now. I will try and do my videos at a different time of day so that I don't have to deal with this crappy lighting, but I'm kind of under time pressure. I want to get this out in time that you can see it in time to put these suggestions into practice if that's what you choose to do. Okay, you got the Lotus. This is the resurrection card. Okay. What this is telling me, Libra, is that the beginning of January has not necessarily been super kind to you. It's been a little bit of a rough ride, and you're going through this need to kind of rebuild and resurrect yourself. You're looking at things and going, okay, what no longer serves me? And you're actually ahead of some of the other signs that I've read who are just beginning to move into this phase of realizing that in 2023 they're going to have to make some changes. I'm thinking that in the beginning of January you've already started to come to that realization. You're making some changes. You also got the Moss card. Moss represents adaptability. Your ability to adapt to changing times. As you are having to resurrect yourself and adapt to the changes that are coming in 2023, we all know there's a whack of changes coming. There's a bunch of shifts coming, energetic shifts as well as shifts in our physical reality. And you're ahead of the game there, Libra, according to these 2 cards. Your focus. The 10 of Pentacles, we are the world card from the 10 of Pentacles is from the traditional tarot. This is from the Osho Zen, we are the world. This is a representation that at this time, at the end of January 2023, Libras, you need to be looking for community. You need to be forming your world around you, forming new community around you. This is of the utmost importance. Also, the Pentacles can have a look at our finances. Okay, so just a heads up, pay attention to your finances in the last half of the month as well, Libra. Difficult influences. Okay, okay. Difficult influences for you, Libra. You've got two cards here that talk about trust. You've got trust in the unknown and trust and thrive. Okay, hopefully those are coming into focus. There's not too much of a reflection. Okay, Libra, what this is telling me in your difficult influences is that you are having trouble as you recognize and realize these shifts are happening, as you have already begun this resurrection of yourself to be able to get through 2023, you're having trouble trusting in the unseen forces, and you're having trouble thriving right now. And part of the reason why is because the third card in your challenges is the take time to reflect, the mirror guardian. If you are not taking time out for a meditation practice for the purposes of tapping into you and tapping into the changes that you are creating so that you can bring your energy into alignment with what you're creating, if you are not doing this, it stands to reason that you're not going to be able to trust in the process. Okay, so this is a call back. Go back into a little bit more of a deeper meditative state or a deeper practice, whether that is exercising for you, whether that's sitting in the lotus position, whether that's going for walks, whether that's hugging a tree, whatever it is. Take time to reflect. The last 2 weeks of January, it's going to be really important for you. This makes sense. Be brave and honest. You got the Knight, and again, there's the saying on it. Be brave and honest. This makes sense, right? As we're going through changes and shifts and we're having difficulty trusting in the process and trusting in ourselves, it makes sense that we need to be reminded to be brave during these times. We need to be brave. We need to be reminded that not only are we brave, but each of us has a Knight inside of us, a really powerful Knight. Okay, Libra? Okay. Unexpected influences is that you will eventually, through this process over the next 2 or 2.5 weeks, you will begin to be able to embrace the enthusiasm. You do have butterflies on this card, which is an indication that you are coming out of this, oh my God, resurrection, I have to rebuild my life, I have to change and adapt. You're coming out of that and you are being reborn as a butterfly, which gives you the opportunity to embrace this enthusiasm. Okay, so for the last 2 weeks of January, embrace that enthusiasm, embrace the change. Oh my God, change. Embrace the change. Yeah, your outcome is the change card and the new vision card. Okay, what was I saying to you guys, Libras? There is huge changes and shifts happening for you in the last 2 weeks of January. Amazing changes and shifts. Okay, that's what I said. This is the card of where you are now, resurrection. This is the outcome. So by the end of January, you guys can expect some pretty dramatic change. Okay. Oh, and you'll also notice that on the change card, it almost looks like a world, right? What card did you get in your focus? World card. Look at how similar those cards look. Yeah. A lot of synchronicities for you going on right now, Libra. Pay attention to the synchronicities that are happening in your life. The fact that you got 2 cards, they both represent the world. Yeah, There's some pretty interesting stuff going on for you coming up the end of January. Pay attention, embrace the change, enthusiastically embrace all of these changes that are coming for you. All right. And finally, let's have a look at Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. As you know, I too am an Aquarius. So where are we right now, Aquarius? All right, I'm getting pulled over to my mischievous fairies. This deck has just been wild. It has been jumping in and out. And speaking of that, I now have flames flying out of my candle. Go figure. Okay, these cards fly out. These mischievous fairies have been wanting to talk. So let's find out. Aquarius, where are you right now in mid-January? We've got one card, two cards. Anything else? No. Okay. All right. And as you guys know, I pull all of the cards before I actually read them, and I leave them face down. Let's look at your focus. Where are we going for focus? Aquarius, your focus for late January. And by the way, Aquarius, if your birthday is in late January, happy birthday. This is your birthday month. And in honor, I even have a piece of garnet sitting here on my desk. That is our birthstone. Okay, where are we going for difficult influences? What is challenging Aquarius in the last half of January, please? What is challenging Aquarius? What is a difficult influence? Oh, okay. We've got two cards that have come out. Set them over there and let's move into, this makes sense. We are going to this side. We saw a flash of purple, so we will pull from the purple deck. What makes sense for Aquarius? Last half of January 2023. That card tried to come out and then jumped back into the deck, so we'll leave it there and see for another one. Oh, there we go. That's your card. It's actually on the bottom. Yep. All right. Unexpected influences. Where are we going for unexpected influences? I'm getting called back over to this crazy, crazy fairy deck. Unexpected influences for Aquarius for the end of January 2023. Anything else, fairies? We have got more cards. All right, unexpected influences. We have another 5 cards plus the card that jumped out. Let's see if we can narrow this down for you, Aquarius. Unexpected influences. That card definitely did not want to go back into the deck. Outcome. Outcome. What is the outcome for Aquarius? End of January. Okay. We do have that one. It's that one. Okay. My desk is just not big enough. I really need to get a bigger desk. Okay. Where are you now, Aquarius? All right. Aquarius, you got the 10 of Wands alongside the Strength card, which is the 11 card in the traditional tarot. Okay. Strength card. Grace and inner strength is needed to overcome challenges. Power of kindness and forgiveness. Embrace how wonderful you are. And the 10 of Wands, or the 10 of Spring, ask for help from others. All work and no play will weigh you down. All right, Aquarius, this is where you are at now. This is an indication that you do have strength. You have strength to get through this. For many of you, the first half of January has been about testing your strength. It has been about all work and no play. Probably catching up financially from the Christmas season. You are being encouraged to ask for help from others at this time. Given that you got this card in your where are you now, it's an indication that maybe you haven't asked for help when you should have. There's that word should again. Let's have a look at your focus. Your focus for the last half of January, potentially when your birthday is as well, is the totality card. This is the equivalent to the Five of Wands. And again, I apologize for the really, really crappy lighting and the reflection. The totality card, the Five of Wands. This card is about jumping in with 2 feet, having a lot of trust. And you also got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the maturity card. This is a card about new beginnings. The Pentacles does sometimes reflect money. So given that you have an indication in the you're here now, which is the 10 of Wands, that you are perhaps, and again, there's that damn reflection, that you're not asking for help and you are potentially working too much and not playing enough, Aquarius. Getting the Ace of Pentacles, which is the maturity card, is an indication that your focus for the second half of the month of January is focusing on making mature choices, while at the same time, like diving in with 2 feet and really trusting that the decisions and choices that you have made are the choices that are in your own best interest, right? You've made those choices with maturity, so dive in with 2 feet. And that's your focus for the last half of January. Let's have a look at your difficult influences. Trust your talents in changing times, and great teacher. Do you know what these 2 cards are bringing up for you, Aquarius? Because these are in your difficult influences, this is you perhaps not paying attention to lessons and teachers in your life. And this is you not trusting your talents. This card, when it comes up in the difficult influences area, this Spirit Fox, which is about trusting your talents in changing times, when it's in the difficult influences, is all about your imposter syndrome. Your imposter syndrome is showing, Aquarius. Second half of January, difficult influence. Explore your imposter syndrome, get it under control, and begin to trust yourself again. And in order to do that, you've got to accept teachings and lessons from other people. All right, Aquarius. This makes sense, staying focused. Okay. Aquarius, this card is coming up. It's telling you to hold the course. Okay. What this card is saying is that at this time, you are actually not being encouraged to make any really drastic changes. Yes, you have the totality card. This totality card is telling you that no matter what you do, trust and dive in with both feet, but it is not encouraging you to start something new. Okay. Trust and dive in with both feet and maturity. That's what these 2 cards are telling you. Hold the course. Don't be starting anything really brand new right now, at the end of January, Aquarius. It's not the right time. All right. In your unexpected influences, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the 10 in the traditional tarot. Here it's just called the Wheel. And you got sudden and unexpected good luck. potential for a new car or travel. Full disclosure, I'm an Aquarius. I'm traveling at the end of the month. So that's kind of interesting and unique. But for all of you other Aquariuses out there, the Wheel of Fortune card, or the wheel card here, is good luck. It's good things that are coming into you. Okay. Sudden and unexpected good luck. And it's doubly true right now for the end of January, the last 2 weeks of January, because this was also in your unexpected influences. So this is telling me that there is going to be a big, big surprise for you coming up, Aquarius. The other card that you got next to it is the Moon card. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of your worries and your fears, seeing the truth in the situation. Okay. Now, the Moon card has one more meaning, which is not written down at the bottom, but the Moon card in the traditional tarot also, traditionally, if you work with traditional tarot, brings up your shadows. In our difficult influences, did we get our imposter card? Are we not listening to our teachers? And then we got the Moon card. This is telling us that no matter all of this other really good stuff that's coming into us, like I said, we're not going out looking for something. Something is coming into us, right? We're holding the course right now, but we will embrace something that comes into us that's good with totality. But just pay attention to your shadows. Pay attention to your imposter. Don't allow that imposter to come in and intrude on the good stuff that's coming in through this Wheel of Fortune in your unexpected influences, okay? And Aquarius, let's have a look at your final two cards. Final two cards coming up for your outcome. You got the Love card and you got the Desert or the Thirst card. All right, so your outcome, Aquarius, for the end of January, watch for love coming in. Maybe that's going to be coming in. Maybe that's part of the sudden, unexpected good luck. If you guys are single and looking, maybe pay attention. Maybe there's going to be somebody coming in for you. Who knows? If you are not single, maybe something really good is going to happen in your love life. It is your birthday month, this month and the beginning of February. So maybe someone's going to get really romantic for you, Aquarius. Okay. You also got the Desert card. The Desert card is the Thirst card. This card indicates that, Aquarius, you are thirsting for more. Okay. Despite all of this good luck coming in your unexpected influences, you're thirsting for more, Aquarius. And in 2023, you will ultimately be seeking it. When we are thirsty, we seek out something to drink. And when if you have ever experienced severe thirst, you know that you will do anything to get something wet into your body. Water, soda, you don't care. So long as it's wet, you will get it into your body. So this card, Aquarius, is saying that you are thirsting for more in life right now. You are thirsting for more in 2023. This is an indication that as January of 2023 leaves off, you're kind of going to be yearning for something else and looking and seeking. You don't know what it is yet, but that yearning is going to be there just below the surface, okay? All right. If you like this video, if it resonated with you, please give me a like. Please put some comments down below for me. I would love to have your feedback. And I'd like to know, do you want me to do some more of these videos or not? Hopefully you do. And I will be back next month. Take care. Happy birthday.